so Epcot. So let's start with Spaceship Earth. So you come into the parking lot. These are the families.
Okay.
Yeah. Little kids, yay! Little stroller, yay! Okay. And you're going into Epcot, and then you come into, what do they call this area? This whole big area here, the center. Like when you first
Epcot Center.
Epcot Center. Okay, so you walk into there, and then that's right. Then you have the fountains, and you have the pavilions, and all that stuff. There's all this, stores.
And right now, there's new updates, so that's all going to change.
Right. And you have gardens, and you have all that kind of stuff.
And you have Soarin',
Nemo,
Figment, Test Track, Mission Space, and the new Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster.
Okay, so we're going to call this the front end of Epcot. Okay, that's the front. So this stuff here, can't you honestly spend an entire day in here? Mm-hmm. Going in here with your family? Mm-hmm. If you could really do 2 days at Epcot. So I think that what's important to tell people is that if you expect to take your time with all of these things, it's going to take you a whole day.
Yeah.
We're focused today, though. After you do this is the front end. We're going to be going towards the World Showcase. So let me draw a map of that. So we're just focused on that today. We're only going to talk about the World Showcase, okay, which is really a giant circle.
Mm-hmm. It's about a mile long.
Around the whole thing is about a mile long? Okay, so plan on a mile, well, more than a mile long. We'll explain in a second. So in the middle here, we're gonna have, water. There's a lot of water.
And the boats, there's a boat here, and a boat here, and it takes you to these hotels, to this stop, and then that stop.
Oh, wait a second. We don't want to mislead people. The hotels aren't here. The hotels are like off in the distance.
There's a little river here, and here's all the hotels.
Right, the hotels are all over there. Okay, so that's good. So let me erase it again. So we have that. But let's talk about navigating the World Showcase. So what do you do, in your opinion? Do you go left or do you go right?
I start right.
Okay, let's talk about what's first, which is Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's set up with countries around the world right now, and obviously not all countries, but a lot of main countries. So we have Canada. That's the first thing you hit. What's next? What's next?
United Kingdom.
The UK. That's next in line. Okay, what's next?
France.
France. Oh, France. Actually, the way this is set up, France is more like up here.
Yep, and there's that river I was talking about in the middle.
Okay, yeah, that's true. Yeah, because they kind of have like that pretty little bridge, and the river going underneath it or whatever. That's France. Okay, so then next we have, next to France,
Morocco.
Morocco is next to France. That's fun. And then next to that,
Japan. Then we have the American Adventure in the middle, so the U.S.
America, that's right. America. Okay.
And then we have Italy.
That's not right. Italy isn't to the left of America.
Yeah, it is. Mm-hmm.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Okay. All right. Italy. I didn't know that was right. I thought Italy was over here.
Nope.
Okay. Okay. So then we have Italy, and then next we have Germany. Mm-hmm. Okay. Next to that, China.
We have Norway.
And then
we have a big gap.
We have Norway.
No, so after Germany, erase this.
Oh, it's all fruit.
We have that giant African, South American area.
That's true, and that's more like carts and stuff.
Yeah, carts, and there's some food options, shopping.
Little carts, little tent tops or whatever. Yeah, little shops and things. And then next to that would be China.
And then Norway and Mexico.
This is wacky. This isn't right.
Yes, it is. And it's Norway.
China, Norway.
Then Mexico. You're just not used to going right. You're used to going left.
Yeah. But I just think they remember going to Mexico and then Norway, I remember.
Yep.
And then I remember the African area.
Nope, you're wrong.
Oh, okay.
This-
Right. Wow. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I'm used to going over here. And you know what? Sometimes I'm used to crossing across the water. Yeah, we have to make this obvious that it's water. Okay.
And it's important to know, to navigating this, that there's a station to bring you from Italy to here.
Okay, so
with
that's...
a water taxi
Okay, so there's a water taxi.
that goes through the middle of the lake.
I'm gonna draw a water taxi. Because the water taxis are actually like long boats with tops. There's lots of windows. And it goes all the way back and forth. So it goes both directions. So when you get tired, it can go back and forth, back and forth. And it goes all day and all night, right? Okay.
And they're actually not very crowded.
Okay. So then at night too, this is where they're gonna have the big fireworks at nighttime too. Yeah, we're gonna draw some pretty fireworks in there too. Yeah. Okay, fireworks, they do that. Okay, so every single place has something to eat in it too. So like Canada was the first place you went when you were a baby at a restaurant. Like a really nice Canadian restaurant, whatever a Canadian restaurant is. It's kind of like American food.
Yeah, honestly. And no, they have the poutine.
That's right, they have poutine and different things from Canada, that's true. And then UK has fish and chips, it has that place. I remember going there with Jaden, your cousin and stuff.
They have amazing fish and chips.
What did
and
they
they have the Rose and Crown pub, which is right on the water.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You can eat right there on the water there. That's right, that's really pretty. Now France, they have a French, actually they have a lot of cool stuff.
They have a patisserie. They have like a really big bakery in here.
Yep, that's good. I remember that. What about Morocco?
They have a Moroccan restaurant.
That's right. I don't think we go there that often.
We've never been there.
Also, around this thing, so there's a walkway that goes all the way around this too. And inside the walkway, most of these places like Morocco, you find little stands where they have like snacks and stuff set up on the water side. So Japan, I remember we ate at.
They have a sushi stand.
Sushi stand, but they have an inside place where you can sit down, you know, at like
The
floor
chef
level.
makes your own food.
Yeah, it's like a hibachi
Hibachi
type of place.
Yep.
And you sit down at a table that's down on the floor. That was fun with you kids. And these are all kid friendly, but there's some places in here that I think are fancy that you
Like
want to
France.
avoid. Yeah,
France avoid with kids.
Yeah, France was sort of the restaurant anyway. Yeah, it
The
was more
UK is very pub.
pub.
Very not kid friendly, I would say.
Yeah, this is pub. Yeah, I would say, all right, let's go through them first, then we're going to come back and talk about the kids thing, because we'll make like little marks for kids. Japan, America is obvious. That's like a giant cafeteria.
They don't have much food there. They have like a few options, like hamburgers, hot dogs.
Yeah, they don't. It's hamburgers, hot dogs, a typical American restaurant, really. Italy, what did they have in Italy?
They have two restaurants. They have a pizza restaurant.
Pizza restaurant.
Via Napoli. And then they have the other restaurant that's more pasta based. So there's the pizza restaurant over here.
In the back.
And then the pasta restaurant over here.
You know what's cool? You know what I loved about Italy is that it's set up. Actually, they all are. They're all set up like the countries themselves. Like France had the Eiffel Tower, has like a mini Eiffel Tower there.
That's
remember?
true.
You know, and Japan has the Japanese buildings set up there. I mean, America looks like one of those.
It's supposed to be.
American.
No, it's supposed to be that famous building in Philadelphia.
Oh, okay.
Where the Declaration of Independence was signed.
Yeah, that's right, because that's the show.
Yeah.
Okay, so Italy has pizza and pasta, obviously, and then Germany
has that food show. Has the Oktoberfest buffet with the live music and show.
That's where your grampy wanted to go get the
sausage.
Was it the schnitzels,
yeah,
call them, and the beer, like fresh German beer and stuff. That was
there's
fun.
Sausages.
There's sausage.
And there's beer there.
Yeah, there's beer there. That's your beer, huh? That's pretty good. Okay, so then in the carts sometimes they have snacks and things, but mostly it's toys and stuff through this section. And then China, again, Chinese restaurant. They have a couple of Chinese restaurants.
Yeah, and they have one to go.
To-go place.
Yep, and then they have the Nine Dragons restaurant where you go and
That's what it's called? Very good. I'm going to quiz you next time on names of restaurants and you tell me where they're from. That's what we're going to do. Norway is cool. Now, Norway I'll never forget because that had the place where...
The Akershus Royal Dining Hall with the princesses.
Okay, that's where you met the princesses, right? Okay.
They have the famous building that we saw in real life. Remember?
Yeah, that's right, the church.
Yeah.
The famous church we saw in Norway. That's right, we actually got to go in there. That was cool. That was that old, beat up, really old church. Yeah. And then Mexico.
That's the best one.
I think that's the best one. Yeah.
That's why I like to go right first, because I saved the best for last.
Oh, right. You go right. So yeah. So Mexico has this is the Aztec Incas ruin temple or whatever.
Yep.
But inside is like this beautiful dark restaurant where they have tables everywhere and it's very dark. And then they have this cool ride. It's like a water ride that goes through. It's like Small World. So you get to take a tour on a boat with your kids and
they
stuff.
also have a new quick to-go restaurant that's on the water
as well.
right
on the water. Yes, that's excellent. So there's a lot of food options. So don't get hung up on one and say, oh, I'm stuffed, because you're going to want to taste things around the world.
Me and Alex tasted one thing all around the world, and what we did was we got one from each cart that was outside.
Would you agree that you'd pick, number one, you'd pick a main meal, like one country, one main meal country, somewhere. So if, let's say you're there in the morning, okay, where do we want to have lunch, guys? Pick a country to have lunch in. Otherwise, plan on snacking throughout or wait for that lunch. So a main meal country would be good.
Yeah, snacking though.
Two would be lots. There's lots of snacking. Lots of snacking. Big time. There's a lot of snacking to do. And if you drink wine or drink beer, there's a lot of sampling around there too.
Yeah.
What's that time of year where they do wine sampling?
The EPCOT Food and Wine Festival.
Food and Wine Festival. So you go around the world and you sample all the wines and beers and things. So if you're into that, like your Grammy and Grampy and I, we sampled beers in Germany, the little mini cups too. That was actually kind of fun. So that was fun. So let's do this. Let's add. Here, use this colored marker, and let's put a good sized round dot on all the kid-friendly
The EPCOT fun stops, maybe.
Actually, we probably don't even need to do that, because every stop has a place. It's like a table you go to with the kids, and on the table they have like stamp things and coloring books and colored markers and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of like, yay for kids. Every single country has a kids. What's it called?
EPCOT fun stop.
EPCOT Fun Stop. Okay, so every place has a EPCOT Fun Stop where they can stop and color in. It used to be masks. You used to
now
call them
it's the
masks.
Duffy Bear.
Duffy Bear? Okay, so you color in a Duffy Bear, but you color in a little piece of it every time you go.
This is a kid-friendly thing. If you're a big fan of Phineas and Ferb, you go to this stop in the beginning before you go to the countries, and it's the Agent P adventure, and you find clues in each country
Oh, cool.
that are Phineas and Ferb themed. You bring it back to this station, you get a prize.
Oh, that's cool. So there's lots to do for kids. So if you want to keep them busy, you do the EPCOT Fun Stop, or you do the Phineas and Ferb stop, because every country you can do something and find a clue. Now here's another cool thing. Every single country, for the most part, has an experience. And what that means is like a show or something. So for example, we have like America, you can watch a movie theater style show about the history of the United States, that kind of thing. And it's kind of like 10 minutes long, I think. You guys don't like seeing that because we live in America, so it's easy. But remember, Japan has like a live stage show outside where they do acrobats. There's people doing acrobatics in Japan.
In Canada and China have 360 vision movies.
360 degree movies, which is awesome, because it's like you look all around you and the screen, like in China here, the screen's huge. Like basically not all the way around, but you can sit in the middle. The audience is here and you can look all around. There's like screens all around you.
In the UK, there's a garden where a Beatles mock band, what do you call that?
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
plays in the garden.
A tribute band.
A Beatles
tribute band plays in the UK. It is a blast, because as you go around the world, they've done such a great job to make you feel like you're experiencing around the world. When you're at the France Bakery at nighttime and you've got the Eiffel Tower lit up in the background, it feels really romantic.
Like you're there.
Me and your mother.
And what's also cool is that they have people from every country. The workers from Canada are all from Canada and speak fluently from the country they're from.
Yeah.
Every single worker they have in each of the countries knows their country up and down.
Yeah. Yeah, there's one thing I'll point out now. So there's a lot to do in EPCOT, okay? And then at the end of the night, you've got the fireworks. You have to admit that after this, it's as a parent now, maybe you can't picture this yet, but it's exhausting. So by the time you're around the countries, you have to get to where your transportation is. And often you're rushing out of there after the fireworks. It's exhausting. So make sure you take your time and stop and rest at all these places. And enjoy it. We used to go all the way around, and we're just exhausted. If we stop and enjoy the shows and let you kids color, it's not as exhausting. You actually leave kind of refreshed.
Mm-hmm. And by the end of the night, if you choose to see the fireworks show, watch them somewhere around here so that you're not stuck over here and you're not having to make your way all the way around the crowd.
That's a very good tip.
So if you're gonna watch the fireworks, go over here. That way you can make a quick exit.
That's a very good tip. Yeah, absolutely. Because it's actually, when it's crowded, it takes a long way to get around here, you know?
Yep.
Another tip would be when it looks like it's gonna rain, plan on bringing a little poncho. You get these little rain ponchos with you, and they're like, you know, like $10. Get that for rain, in case it's gonna rain, and keep them in your backpacks and stuff, because then some of them come with hoods, and you put them on so you're protected, because it downpours in Florida when it downpours. You remember hiding out in the bathrooms and stuff? But try to plan a good day, and you can also go at nighttime too, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I personally I would love to go, when I go back, to do 2 days at EPCOT.
Yeah, we're going back next November.
Yep, and one part would be the beginning part of the parks, and then later would be maybe around the world. Mm-hmm. And maybe stay at a place that's like at EPCOT, you know?
That sounds great.
So those are good tips. I mean, as you can see, this is a messy whiteboard, but there's a lot of stuff to do all around the world. There's good food, there's good fun, because, we forgot to mention, so like Mexico has a ride for kids. Norway has an awesome ride for kids.
Frozen.
Jeez, that's a big one, right? So the Frozen ride for kids is like a kid's flume ride. Like you get in a log boat or whatever, and you travel through the movie Frozen. That's awesome.
And the Ratatouille ride is actually open.
That's new, yeah, the new Ratatouille ride in France. We haven't seen that yet, so that's going to be kind of fun to see. I'm trying to think of who else has rides. I don't think anyone else really has rides in the country. So that's important to know too, that there are rides in Mexico and Norway so far, and then the Ratatouille experience too. So there's rides, there's food, there's snacks, there's cultural experiences. Like you can actually learn. So let's say like you're in Germany and you ask the girl or guy at the table what that means. They'll tell you in German, like how to say your name in German. They'll teach you.
They'll write your name in Chinese.
Yeah, they'll write your name in Chinese and the characters, and that is so much fun. I think we always have fun in this what do you call it again?
World Showcase.
World Showcase. It is awesome, awesome, awesome. They're gonna have to be quiet.
They're not gonna be quiet, let's be honest.
They're not gonna be quiet. So let me do this. I know, we got the dog barking, we got people talking in the background, but that's real. This is a real figure. And by the way, everyone talking is people that go to Disney now, so it's just really stupid. Yeah, you can't move the board.
Dishwasher is on, so nobody touch it. Okay, you too. The dishwasher is on. So
Okay, we're recording here.
Jeez.
how am I possibly supposed to know that?
All right, so what?
I thought
This whole thing was Spaceship Earth?
No, I thought Earth isn't in the country. What are you
It isn't? Oh, all right. Hold on. No.
doing?
Yeah, no.